Good night, everyone. Bright, sunshiny day here. And so, picking up where we left off last time, um, just before the stream, I made some tiny changes, just sort of fix the last issue that we had with getting the response from OpenAI. And so I can show you exactly what that looks like. It was literally just like 5 minutes before I started the stream. Um, I had an issue with getting the stream to post that, so I lost the video. But anyway, I'll show you exactly what it does now. So on this, this checkout screen here, if I click on process, you see that the labels came on, and then we got a screenshot downloaded. That's what we have over here with all of the different fields labeled, and you can actually see in the console log, it's telling us exactly what we need to do in order to proceed. So you have target number 4. That's this field over here. We need to enter first name. Fantastic. 5 is last name. 6 is address line 1. You click on number 7 and you enter your email in number 8. And then you click target D. Um, I guess you would have had phone number 2, but for some reason, the phone number field is not labeled properly. Okay, all right. So there's a bit of a labeling issue here with the phone number, and that's why you wouldn't see the option to fill in the phone number. You need to look into that. Why would the labeling go off? Hmm. So what I'll do is um, I'll give this a refresh, and we'll try again on this page. Just want to see what's going on with the labeling here. If I click process, hmm, yeah, the labels are indeed messed up. Why is that? Why are we getting messed up labels? Thought we were over that. Let's see. So you're calling a pen child on the body itself, which is interesting. I don't think this was how it was originally set up. Maybe that has something to do with it. So if you go to body, you can see that um, you have scripts, and then I assume at the bottom you would have, yeah, these are all your labels. I guess the way we could do this is, hmm, how would we do this? So you'd have a parent element, Okay. Yeah, I think this would maybe work better. Let's give that a shot. Okay, page fully loaded. Let's hit process. Um, okay, nothing. Is there a bug? Parent element. Oh, it says part element? Yeah, my bad. Okay, same thing. I mean, exact same thing. The email field is labeled. I suspect there's some sort of issue with labeling. Um, so what if we don't introduce an offset? Um, so you just do, forget the +5 here. Let's just do it exactly as it is. Because I think that's what's going on. Like you're trying to add 5 and then somehow it's wrapping around, possibly. Nope. Hmm. You're taking, yep, bounding client rigged. You're setting the left and the top. So when we look at this element specifically, I mean, I'm talking about, you can't pick out the labels because I think they're part of this separate wrapper. So you would see it at the bottom, this one here. Yeah, it's this one that's the problematic one. You can see it's got a left of 167, similar to the left on the email. Okay, interesting. And a different top. There's another label right underneath it. That's 9 and that's 8. Oh, interesting. They're almost exactly the same. Hmm. And then there's B and C. Hmm. What do you make of this? Is this Shopify? No, I don't know. We could try with Vimium and see if they have a better way of doing this. Yeah, theirs is way better. But again, you have these elements over here, these phantom elements going on, which I assume are, oh, okay. They're probably related to this. Yeah, they are. Okay. So they're related to these other elements that are not completely hidden, and that's why they show up. But this element over here, I'd be interested in seeing what the styling is on this marker. So it seems like it's absolutely positioned. Yeah. So it's going to be at the top of the rectangle. Hmm. I guess what I want is maybe we can have dot on click equals, and then you could also include rect dot left, rect dot top. That's what I'd like to see. So let's do a refresh here. Hmm. And let's, oops, need to stop doing that. So drop Vimium and run this. And then we check out the console here. Oops, I guess I need to run it again. Yeah, I think you can't click through it because you've got pointer events as none. And you probably had it for create label element as well. You don't actually need it because these are only displayed momentarily. I need to refresh here. Oh, that's something else. That's not ours. Okay, refresh this. Refresh the page. Hmm. Click event is still not coming through. Interesting. Oh, I think you can only attach click handlers after the element is attached to the DOM. That's probably why it's not working. Maybe, I guess. So if you wanted to do this, I guess all you need to do is include, really what we want is just the label and the values. So we can log these for all the labels and call it a day. Okay, so just log this for all labels. We're interested in label A, and you can see for A, yeah, 67741. So why is get bounding client rec not returning the actual, so for A, 67741. And you can see for 6 and 7, the X is 67 and then the Y changes. So 6 and 7 both have the same. No, yeah, the Y changes. Okay, so the X is the same. But why is the X the same for A and B? Oh, maybe it's for this. Right, okay. It could be. Could be. It could be that it's showing the fields for something else. Hmm. So what we need is we need to get the element to figure out like if it's actually the correct element. So I would log the element too. Let's try again. Okay, now we got the elements. So when we go to A, there's a button. Okay, that's not what we're interested in. There's an input. Okay, so address. Oh, address? I think this is the hidden one. Oh, this is so confusing. So if you go up to A, um, oh, there. Uh, yeah, that's a tricky one because it asks you to enter, like you would need to click on enter address manually, and then you'd be able to fill in the details. I feel like it's just going to be like the first in a series of challenges you're going to face, handling all sorts of crazy forms. Oh, just got a chat from John. Actually, I don't know if I just got this. Might have been here for a while. But he said, "This is great. Keep going. Thanks, John. I'm glad you're joining this live stream. I think this is like officially the first chat that I get while I'm actually live streaming. So thank you, John. I appreciate it. So let's think about how we're going to fix this. If the label is misplaced, obviously, GPT-4 is not going to be able to figure out how you're going to fill the form, but maybe you can hit it on the second chance. So if you were to process, if I were to send it this form, this is confusing for multiple reasons. First off, you have to click enter address manually. Um, you have to click enter address manually. I thought it was just a question of like misplaced labels, but it seems it's not actually misplaced labels that's the problem. Um, it's the fact that you have to interact with the form before certain fields are shown. So when you first load the form, And I'm wondering if this issue is like an issue that's specific to Nike.com, or if it's a more general issue. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So they have a way for you to enter the address, like start typing the address and then see the rest of it, or you could click enter address manually, and then if we were to call, I mean, now if I were to call process, interesting. Why is it not showing postal code? Weird. Hmm. Why? Is it because? Oh, that's weird. Okay, we don't need to. I mean, I guess you could include the element here. But if you look at A, that connects to the postal code, and then you have B, which is, yeah, the button itself. But what about, that's for state, that's for button. What about postal code? It's not one of these. Let's see. So if you inspect it, you have input. What's the type? Doesn't have a type. I mean, it's got an input and then an ID. So maybe any input is okay, like regardless of the type. Yeah, maybe any input is okay, regardless of the type. Yeah, I guess so. Let's refresh that. Maybe that was the problem. I mean, I don't mind if it's placing labels on invisible elements. Sure, it's annoying, but I mean, GPT should be smart enough to ignore that. Okay, look at that. That's much better. We weren't, so it's not that the issue is not like hidden fields or anything. It was just we weren't including these fields because they didn't have the right input type or they didn't have an input type. Okay, all right. That's good to know. Um, okay, cool. Um, great, awesome. This is great to know. And so we can resume sending this to GPT, or was that I commented it out? Yeah. So here, 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 and here. So if I refresh and then well, let me drop this console log thing. Yeah, we don't need to log these things anymore. And yeah, I guess you could. I mean, I guess you could keep them. The without the like +5 that we had earlier. Should be fine. Should be fine. Let me really refresh the extension here. Not seeing a response. Why not? Where'd the response go? Oh, errors? Could not establish connection. Receiving end. does not exist. OpenAI API key is not defined. Well, I do have it defined right here at the top, and I'm hiding it. Oh, okay. I mean, I'm hiding it, but that could be part of the reason why, because I'm including it in these curly braces. Maybe it can't be accessed outside. That's probably what's going on. I mean, for the purposes of the stream, that's what I had to do. Mm. What do you do? What do you do? Um, okay, I'm just gonna move this window over to the side and see if I can figure something out here. Figure out like a way to hide it, but without hiding it. Okay. Hopefully this does it. So I added a function called getKey, which has my actual key and is folded so it doesn't show in the screen share. And then, yeah, I just call it here. So let's do a refresh, clear all, reload. Let's reload the extension, refresh the page, and run this again. Half an hour in, and we're basically exactly where we started. Just fixed a tiny bug that, well, I hope it was a tiny bug. Here's the response. Where's the response? Okay. So it says click H first. Oh, really? Click H, edit your bag. And then why would you click H? Doesn't make any sense. Why would you want to edit your bag? Hmm. That doesn't make any sense. Okay. Click H and then enter your first name in number 4, last name in number 5. Then you click number 7 to enter things manually. Enter your email in E, your phone number in F, and then you click G. Yeah, perfect. I mean, except for this weird thing at the beginning where it says click edit. Well, why would you click edit? You're just going to go back to the cart page. Was it just a weird? I don't know. I don't know. It's concerning. If I click enter address manually, and now I click process, it says just click E. Just click E. Just click E to continue. Oh my God. Why is this so confusing to you? Why is it so confusing? Maybe I need to fix the prompt. Maybe. I'm going to try this again here. We have the image already, so I can just take the image and test it out here. So I'd like to check out what should I do. The field description, click or type. Okay. Let's see if we get the same response that we had earlier. Yeah, it just says click, target E. But if we edit the, this is perfect. Like this is exactly what I was hoping. Reproduce the error. So we need to play around with the prompts a little bit just to make sure that we get this right. Um, your objective is to check out using credit card, but you also need to enter your address in order to be able to proceed. Okay, maybe we just be a bit more explicit. So, yeah, let's just be a bit more explicit. So we'll say, I'd like to check out using credit cards. I'd like to complete the checkout using credit card. Instruct me. Include only the JSON array in the response. Okay. I think that should do it. Let's see. So I'm hoping that, saying instruct me on how to do this would give it a bit more leeway so it can think of, oh, okay, you're going to need to fill out the address first. But let's see. Otherwise, I can explicitly mention that, hey, we need to fill out the address first. Yeah, looks like we need to be explicit. So it's I'd like to complete the checkout process. Checkout process using credit card. This typically means first entering. This means completing the address and payment information before if it's not already filled. I'm just concerned about doing this on a site like Amazon where your address details are already there. And in that case, it's going to see that it's already filled. Um, and therefore it won't. So that's a possible concern. So I'll just add a README here, and then a bunch of to-dos. Validate that what happens if an address is already saved in the account information. What happens if the address saved on the site is different than the one configured in the extension? Yeah, that's a valid concern we need to verify. Okay, so this means completing the address and payment information if it's not already filled. Okay, hopefully that's enough, but let's see. Try again. Okay, so it says click on 4, enter first name, click on 5, enter last name, click on 6. Okay, I mean, these are redundant. You don't have to click and then type. But this is great. So you compare this with the previous response, it's way better. So click on number 4. Where's number 4? First name, last name, address. It doesn't say click 8 though, right? Huh? Address line 2 on 8. Interesting. So on 6, it adds address line 1. On Okay, yeah, sure, why not? That's good. On 9, you enter the city. A, you enter state. B, you enter postal code. C, you enter the email address. D's phone, and then you click E. Perfect. This is it. So we just need to update our prompt to use this instead. All right. And then, I mean, typically you probably want to have this uh, flush to the left, and then I would just add a trim at the end. Okay. I think this is good. Cool. All right, nice. I would also just mention something like you do not need to add a click action before a type action. Okay, now let's run it again. So coming back here, so yeah, first reload the extension, refresh the page. I mean, the reason you refresh the page is because content.js would have been updated, and since it injects it, it's not injected, it's just loaded on every page. So you would have to do a refresh. Let's see the response. Error? We're not seeing a response. Oh, there it is. So we got click number 3. Okay. Type in 4 first name, type in 5 last name, click 7. 6? Well, what's field number 6? Okay. Type address line 1, um, type E, type F, and then click G. Perfect. Yeah, there's exactly it. Awesome. Cool, cool. Great. So the prompt is working just as expected. Let's go ahead and what do we need to do next? What are we actually doing? Oh, map the field. So we need to actually we need to process the response. That's what's missing. So processing the response means parsing the click and type actions, and then actually doing something with them. Okay. All right. So const JSON equals JSON dot parse. Well, it is already JSON parse. So response dot map action. What are we going to do? For each action, we're going to if for switch action dot type case click, and then the other one is type. So if it's a click, first off, we're going to get the element, right? Action dot target, is that? Yeah. And then here you're going to say L dot click. Type, you're going to say L dot value equals action dot. Yeah, well, I mean, obviously we're going to swap this out, but for now, I'm just going to say we do this. How's this going to work with React? I'd be very curious to know how it would work with React. Let's find out. I don't think this is React based, this website. Maybe it is. I don't know. Let's do a refresh. Process the page. And again, this time, it should actually fill in the fields. Response to for each is not a function. All right, sorry about that. Cool, cool. So for each response to for each is not valid. I'm not sure why. I mean, do we need to? Oh, we need to JSON parse the response, right? Okay. All right. Refresh, and I guess that's what the error would have been about. Try again. Hmm. So we got the response properly, but it didn't actually do anything. So get element by label, is that? Oh, yeah, it should have worked. And then you do L dot click. Let's debug that. Refresh. Not valid JSON. Okay. Yeah, I guess before doing JSON parse, maybe you should just view the response. Okay. I mean, that's the other problem, right? Sometimes GPT doesn't return JSON responses, and then you need to figure out like what you're going to do in those cases. So many failure modes. You'd be surprised if the thing actually works eventually. Like, what? Oh, my, the thing actually worked? Okay, cool. So we got the response. And then you got click. So why didn't this click? I assume that clicked. And then here you have type. Okay. So if I do store as global variable, and then you go over here and say temp1 dot value. Okay. All right. I think we're bumping into this other problem, which is what I mentioned earlier with React and controlled fields. I don't actually know if this is using React. Maybe it is. Are you using React? Maybe it's using React or some equivalent. Oh, they're using Next.js. How very interesting. Next.js. Thank you. Wow. So they are in fact using React. Okay. Hmm. That makes things tricky. So this is a controlled field. You're modifying the HTML element directly, and that doesn't work. I need some help here. Modify Chrome extension modifying React form. You can't call the React components method directly. You need to trigger an event that bubbles up so React can catch it. Oh, focus the inputs and then use document.exec command. Okay, I'll do it. So, oh, this is the other one. Okay, it's pretty crazy. I had the blur and change events, but I need to add the input event as well. Okay, this works too, actually. L.set attribute value, and then here you can do change and blur. Okay, so for changing values, we can use this. So this is going to be action.text. Okay. And then for click, what about click, huh? Yeah, I mean, click, maybe click works on its own and you don't actually need to do anything. Maybe. Let's give it a shot. All right, here goes nothing. Oh, I didn't mean literally nothing. Okay. Wait. Why didn't this work? Type. So click target 3. Type. First name. So this still didn't work. Action click and then target was the L. Get element by label. Wait, why is the target? So the first one has a. Wait, what? That can't be right. Why is the target a text, not the actual element? This doesn't make any sense. Hmm. Oh, wait. This is confusing. So you got the raw response. You need to call, and then you called, okay, the actions, the individual actions here. You got click and then target 3. Why does Oh, you logged the action, which, okay, all right, okay. That makes sense. So you got this, and then you called click on it. You got the text element here. Um, okay, so let's save this as a global variable. So you do temp1 dot set attribute, and you set this with value abc. Okay, and then you call dispatch event. And then you dispatch blur as well. Nice. So that actually worked. Okay, so it does work. I suspect what you need to do is maybe just set some sort of timeout. So you're not like doing these sequentially. You're just doing it across like a bunch of. Maybe what you need to do is for cons action numbers. Yeah, that's exactly it. And then here, you would log it, and then you would do set timeout. Okay, so we'll do click and then await sleep for a bit. And then similarly here. And then maybe after each element, you sleep for 100 milliseconds as well. Okay. Not valid JSON. Hmm. Why is it invalid? Looks okay to me. Oh, okay. It has this JSON thing at the beginning. Okay. Clear JSON string. So we should probably just add that here, right? Um, okay. All right. Takes quite a bit of patience. Oh god. I just want this thing to work now. I get stuck every single step with some stupid bug. Come on, come on. Oh man. Why? You got the input. I mean, I can. Why is this not working? So if I do this for like first name, um, and then I just take this, and you can have the definition for sleep as well. And then you just do this. I mean, yeah, it works. Mm. So it works here, but it doesn't work there. Let's try it again. We'll slow it down a little bit. Supposed to be typing now. It's not typing anything. I mean, it's got the right element, all in the right method. Type, target F, text phone, and then it calls element, and then it calls set attribute value, the text, which we have. Huh. I don't know. I don't actually know what's going on. We're just past 1 hour now. I need a break, so we're gonna have to continue this with another session. I was hoping, like by the end of the session, we'd be able to get the data entry part, like form filling part, actually done. But it seems like we're close, but not quite there. Um, so anyway, we'll give this another stab next time around. Adios.